Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we got some pretty exciting news regarding the Godzilla and the Titans Apple Plus TV show. Little drip feeding information, and this all comes courtesy of KDM, who all of you are familiar with now. But if you're not, you might want to follow him on Twitter. He tends to drip feed some teases and information and things like that. And it's definitely a good source if you want to keep up with what's going on in the Monsterverse. So the TV show, now this is something we've discussed many a times. In fact, on Friday, last week's stream, we went over the cast and things like that, and did a little bit of speculation. But this one, interesting information. First of all, I'm just going to drop this video right here. This was, like I said, courtesy of KDM. Put on my headset so I can listen along with you guys. So this was an interview on Comic Book with Matt Shackman, who's the directs the first two episodes of the Godzilla and the Titan show, and a gentleman named Chris Killian is interviewing him. So let's take a look at this interview real quick. All right, we're going to share it here, and here we go. Oh, let me make sure the volume's on for this. All right, here we go.
Last question for you. I know that you've directed the first two episodes of the Godzilla series for Apple. I was just curious, were there any particular Godzilla monsters that you were really eager to get your hands on for that?
Well, Godzilla, first and foremost. I still have my old Toho Godzilla toy with the arm that shoots off and the little tongue that comes out when you press the back of its head, from when I was a kid. And I used to watch those movies with my dad and absolutely love them. And so just the chance to film scenes where there are hundreds of people running down the street trying to escape from Godzilla, I mean, that's definitely, you get to check that off the bucket list. That's pretty awesome. So it was fun. And we were creating a lot of cool Titans and monsters, some new, some old. And so it's fun. I'm excited.
Not to mention that you got to work with Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing I like. Big Trouble in Little China is my all-time favorite movie. So the fact that you got to work with Kurt Russell is like the coolest thing in the world to me.
And he is one of the coolest guys. And I get to chat with him about Snake Plissken and about The Thing, McCready, and all those great stories and classic movies. And he's just as lovely a human being as there ever has been, and it was really fun.
That's incredible. Matt, I know you got a lot of people to talk to today. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. Have a great day.
All right, so some pretty big info drops there in that little 1.5 minute clip. So he said right off the bat, it was nice to cross off my bucket list Godzilla chasing people down the street. And I guess that goes to show that within the first two episodes, we may very well see Godzilla. He also talked about new and old Titans. So we always speculated we'd see some Titans, but now it seems like we're going to see some ones we haven't seen before. And something else that was added from KDM regarding this interview was that they're also going to have Titans as far back as from the 50s. Now, as you know, some of you have heard, and it looks like this is confirmed, Wyatt Russell is essentially going to be playing a younger version of his father, of Kurt Russell. Like, his father is Kurt Russell in real life, but on the show, he's playing a younger version of Kurt Russell's character, probably from back in the 50s. So it looks like we're going to get Titan action even from back in the old days. So this is incredible news. Now, to make it even sweeter, and I'm scrolling for this right now as I speak to you. Something else that KDM dropped a couple of days ago regarding the Monsterverse TV show, and I'll pull it up right here so you guys can see. On the right-hand side, he posted this. Share it up. So here's a picture, but over here on the left, on the right side, if you can see, I gotta adjust here. Well, I'll read it to you because I don't want to take too much time adjusting it. But he says, little hint, the TV show must be dropped before the new movie is out. The new movie is coming out March 15th, 2024. TV show, 1 episode per week. It's 10 episodes. It will start the hype wave. So essentially what he's saying, obviously, is that the show's got to be on and complete before the movie even releases. So essentially what this means is that this show has to start and be over with by the time the movie comes out, which basically tells us that probably going to come out in the fall. If this is all true, if what he's saying is true, and like I said, KDM so far has been pretty good with everything he's been providing, we're probably looking at a fall release. And talking about when the trailer for the movie would drop, I've always said, you know, I've told people as early as October, as late as December. So if that plays true, if the show comes out in the fall, you got 10 episodes. That's basically 2.5 months worth of TV, because they're only going to drop 1 episode a week. That's 2.5 months worth of TV. So you're looking at September, October, halfway into November. You get a good maybe 4-week break give people time to talk about it, get revved up, speculate, and then boom, December your trailer drops. Marketing starts to leak and drip forward from January going into March 15th. So if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna say the show's dropping in September. That's my bet. Which kind of makes sense because they started filming, I believe, July of last year, and they had only filmed the first 2 episodes. There's no word when the last 8 were filmed, how long they took, when they actually finished. But as far as I know, I'm not saying that information is not there. It could be there. Again, I am kind of slowly getting back into, like, you know, getting up to speed on all this information. This is why I kind of heavily lean on KDM, because he tends to drop regular information on the Monsterverse on a daily basis. So, I mean, this is exciting stuff when you think about it. I mean, we all know the movie's coming out next year. Don't forget, you also have Godzilla 0 coming out later this year as well. So the end of this year looks like you're going to be getting a lot of Godzilla, and maybe even a lot of kaiju, because they're from what I understand, again, not a guarantee, this is just from the grapevine, but the Gamera Rebirth anime is supposed to also be coming out later this year as well, and that's only 6 episodes. So I mean, you're looking at at least minimum the second half of this year is dedicated to kaiju fans. You know, you got possibly Gamera. We haven't heard anything about the Kong Skull Island anime, which I would assume we're gonna hear something at some point. That has a chance that it may come out, because we knew about that since late 2021, mid to late 2021, going into early 2022. Right now we're in 2023, and you know, as far as I know, and as far as others have said, the Kong Skull Island anime is still happening. So there's a good chance that the end of this year can be very heavily backloaded with a lot of kaiju action. So we'll have to see. I mean, we don't have official dates yet. There's always a chance the show can drop in the summer. But if I'm planning this from a business perspective, and I really want to get the most out of my marketing, and I really want to start the rev, I would probably release the show in September. And I don't think that interferes with the release. That wouldn't necessarily interfere with the release of the Toho movie, because technically that movie doesn't release here when it comes out later this year. Many of us will probably get an opportunity to see it, but technically it doesn't drop here. So, and not only that, it's a movie. It's not like they're competing at a box office. One is a TV show, one's a movie. And I believe Apple Plus is worldwide, so Japan will have access to the show. So, I mean, you're looking at a very, very heavy backloaded 2023 if you're a kaiju fan, with Godzilla alone. That's not even with the possibility of getting Gamera Rebirth and possibly the Kong Skull Island anime. So great information and a great interview, knowing that it looks like the first 2 episodes we're going to see monster action. So that's I mean, based on what he said in the interview, he only directed 2 episodes, and he said that he could check off his bucket list, filming Godzilla and people running away from him. And he was talking about Titans that they created, and he was also talking about other things. So, you know, I think this is cool news, man. I think it's definitely, like I said, definitely worth being excited about. So, but that's it for this information regarding the Monsterverse show. Once again, if you get a chance, like I said, I highly recommend you follow KDM on Twitter. It's at KDM_monsters. And also give me a follow on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter now, so at E.T.N Rob. And don't forget to check Rumble. These videos will always be up on Rumble as well. I'm trying to get myself going there as well, and build a little platform there. Plus, they just have a better policy. I would love it if most of my views came from Rumble, believe it or not. But again, You know, I'm not gonna beg or ask or deprive videos here just because I want views there. But if you guys get a chance, maybe give the videos a view over there every now and then, as opposed to YouTube. But anyway, comment down below. I want to hear how you guys feel about this. This is good stuff. You know, we're in February, so we got a bit of a ways to go, but these things go by fast. But I want to know how you guys feel about this information and how you feel about the possibility that the end of this year, from the second half to the end of this year, is going to be very, very, it could be very heavily kaiju loaded with TV shows and animes and movies. Until next video, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Click here to watch more content. Don't forget to leave a comment. Also, make sure you like and share this video. If you want to know when the next video is up, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. And most of all, make sure to click that subscribe button for regular content.